Edwina, coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada, and welcome to the channel. Oh my goodness, just looked out my window and there's a huge cicada on my window. So anyways, back to it. This is the video that I love to watch and I love to film, and I hope you like to watch too. This is my finished pages for September of 2021, and my pile feels small, but I pretty much feel like I was coloring all month, and I think I probably got about what I color these days pretty regular each month. It's kind of a big pile compared to some, but not nothing compared to Misty's pile, let's say that. Okay, so let's get to it. So first page here, well, these are in no particular order. Colored a page out of the Art of Mandala book 2. I kind of like to say squared because he's put the 2 up there. So this is volume 2, and this is the mandala that I did. I did just one for a change. So yeah, I like this. These were random colors that I chose. I got a gel pen in there, so 4 alcohol markers and 1 gel pen, and they were all kind of different shades of purple with a little bit of I guess you'd call that orange, and then some brown thrown in there. It worked out really nice. Pleased with that. Okay, so the Flying Colors Volume 21 that I'm working in every month, and I do 2 pages out of here. I only did 1. Oh my goodness. Eek! How did that happen? Okay, this got put away before I finished one, so next month I better do 3 or 4 to... Anyways. I usually do 2. I picked out my 5 colors of permanent markers, and I put them in an order that I liked, and I did this one. Then I closed my eyes and mixed up the pile and took whatever order they came in, and I did this one. So they're similar, but they're shaded different. This one's darker, and then this one is a kind of lighter, if you can see that. Can't believe I only did 1. Jeez. So I started my Halloween coloring in September, and I did a page out of the Tiny Little Horrors coloring book. I picked this up last year, but it was at the end of the season, so this is my first picture in here, this little cutie. So she's just done in a marker. Used some white gel pen on the black, and a little bit of gel pen, sparkle gel on her belt, and her eyes are done with glossy accents. And I was using up some markers, and oh no, I wasn't. I just when I was filming my complete collection, I found a whip in here, and so I was like, I don't do whips. So I was like pretty shocked to find it. So I came in, and it had been started in water-based markers, and Lord alone knows what markers those were, if I even have them. So I went and picked some similar colors and finished this one off, and I actually like this one. The pictures in the patterns book are much nicer than the mandala book. This was a spin the wheel book, and if you don't know about my spin the wheel, is I pick a shelf, or a cube I should say. I pick a cube, and I put into an app that I have called Tiny Decisions, and I put in every book that I have never colored in, and then I spin the wheel, and it picks one of those books for me to do. And so every time I finish a book, I put it back and I spin the wheel and I get my next one, and I work until I'm done that shelf, then I move on to the next one. So I'm at M's, and this is the picture I did in Dreamlings 2 by Edwina Mcnamee. Not too bad. I started off using this dark purple for my outlining, and I was like, oh, I don't like this, but I managed to find a different color, and it turned out so much nicer. So yeah, a bit of it is eh, and then the rest of it is better. Not bad. Worked well in Floral Mandalas, Volume 2. Did this one here using the color palette. I always use the color palette. I like it. I like doing that. If they're there, I'll use them. And then this was a buddy color with me and Michelle's box of hues. And we did matching pages here. Boy, this feels like... What the heck? This is August. Did I not do August last time? Oh, I forgot this book last time. That's it. So this is an August picture. I forgot to show you this in last month's finished pages. So yeah, so we did this one, and we followed the key here, did the color palette. Then we went and did the same picture in the black pages and picked our own color palette. And you can see how very different they look. Oops, forgot that one. I like this book. Worked in Belba Family's Mystery Mosaics Wow Fairies. Have two in here. And this is another August book that I forgot to show you guys. I think it's just these two. So there's that one. And that one. Another bit of Halloween coloring. I did my first picture in book number 6, a Halloween coloring book. And there's my little girl with her spooky cats and her spell book. I don't feel like these need a background. It's just a picture. Worked in some color by number autumn scenes. This is by Nikki Sharma. She's published by the Sept. Sach and Sachdeva publishes her books, or I should say his books. I found out that Nikki Sharma is a man, so he has my name, but he's a man. Just assumed it was a woman since it was my name. I really like his illustrations. This is a fun book to work in. Isn't that adorable? So I just started at the beginning and did a few. Didn't stamp that one. And this one, what happened here? I think I did a teensy bit of sleep coloring in there. Yeah. But otherwise, yeah. Worked in Chibi Girls Volume 1 by April Amber. This is the Chibi Girl book that I'm working on to finish. So I did the Chemistry Girl, and then I did a buddy color with Craft and Create Jana, and we did the Vampire Girl. Then I worked in the Color by Number Mandalas by Jade Summer. I have told you I do not like this book, but I am finishing it because it was a, let me do that. The Color by Number group picked this to be their yearly book challenge. So let's see what we've got. Every time I go through here, I show you if there's orange, red, and yellow. And sometimes green. So we've got orange, red, and green, orange and green, orange, red, yellow, yellow, red, orange. See, it's in all of them. Red, orange, yellow, green, orange, yellow, green, orange, yellow, green, and red, green, orange. Ugh. So I think I'll finish this month. Not that many left. Yeah, well, it only goes to there. So probably about 6, maybe 7. Anyways, whatever's left, I can do that in this month. I just kind of do it in between other books. Another Halloween coloring book I did. This is it by Blondia? Yeah, this is by Blondia, simply called Halloween. These have light grayscale in them. And I did this picture. She's got a little bit of glitter gel pen on her. You can see on her lips and her nails and her necklace. Kind of see that a bit. Deborah Muller Halloween. Halloween Darlings. And oh, so I got some tracing paper or parchment paper, I think this is. So I put it between to see if it would get any yellow staining on it, and it's kind of hard to see, but I believe it did. Didn't go through it though. It's easier to see on the other side. So this is the picture that I did anyways. Let's look at it first. Really liked how this one came out. Just used regular markers and some white gel pen to outline the dark objects, and then I put a bit of Luna paste on that moon there. Don't know which one. Alright, let's look at the back. No. I'm thinking, I thought it would be easier to see, but it looks like maybe this orange did some yellowing. I don't know if I'm just imagining that or if it's there. But anyways, keep those pages in. So anyways, I have some of those if I'm using a pen that I'm not sure of, or that I know yellows. Then it doesn't wreck my pages. I don't know why they're in here, because I did this in pencil. So this is Mythologica by Richard, what do we got here? Richard Merritt and Sabine Reinhardt. Oh, I know why I put this in here, because I did this in Prisma. So just so it wouldn't rub off. So this is a European dragon, and I just absolutely love how this page came out. It's my first dragon that I've colored. The background is, what is the background? I used, what did I use? It wasn't gelato. It was some kind of gel crayon. Just the unbranded stuff. It's nothing, no special brand or anything to it, just a gel crayon. And, or did I use the Malibu? Anyways, I don't know. This is done in Prisma, so really, really pleased with that. So I did the, I used a stencil on top of it and used a baby wipe to rub through the stencil. And there's no enhancements or embellishing on that page. Some of the books that I do every month this is one of my 10 to finish. So I did at least 2 pages this month. And I have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 sets of pages left to do. So there's 3 months. So maybe this month I'll do 2 sets. So I have 4 pictures. And then I'll finish this book in December, like right on track. Did another book in Happiness, another page in Happiness, color by number. Did the Bubble Lady. And here we go. There's the yellowing, and it protected my page. So I didn't bother with this side, even though I can see some of the yellowing on it because it doesn't show through because it's already been colored. So yay, it worked. Like that. My Autumn Walk by Rita Berman. This was the last thing I did this month. And I used Arteza Expert on this. I don't use them as often as I should. So I just used a small color palette, autumn-ish color palette on this. I like how it turned out. I think it worked well. One of Belba's releases this year. Why do I have sticky stuff on there? Well, I'll wipe it later. So this is called Square Halloween. I did this one here. Now somebody told me that this was a Chihuahua skeleton, a bat Chihuahua with a skeleton there. Definitely looks like that. Sort of like a sugar skull Chihuahua, maybe? I can't remember what I said it was, but now I see what she said. And then this one here looks like it's one of those voodoo witch doctor type guys. And I do my, I use the X method for the background and I color in the foreground. This is the mandala book that I'm currently working in as being one that I'm working on completing. So, got a couple in here. Used permanent markers for this one. I really like this book. They're all turning out so nice. And I used permanent markers and one gel pen for that one. Let's see if we can get it to sparkle. Yeah, a little bit of it. It's on the ends too, but it's not sparkling much. So is that one. Another Halloween piece that I did here. Oh, I'm working backwards in this book. So we did the Plague Doctor, the bats in the graveyard, and the pumpkin by the seashore. So those were my first, this was my first picture in this book. I got this at the end of last year as well. Sachin Sachdeva's Halloween, simply called Halloween, color by number version. And I did this one. My blue was running out on me. I didn't do anything in here. Why is this here? No. I got a book I didn't do anything in. I should put that in my... Okay, and this was one, or is one of my 10 books to finish this year. It's Fall Y'all by Tabitha L. Burnett, and I did quite a few in here. I'm working on the black section now. Well, I have been for a little bit. So this was some mandalas, and some of them look quite similar, but they're actually different. So we did this here. I had to look up what color candy corn is because I don't have anything to do with this stuff. And then this one was done in glitter gel pen. It's all candy, so I thought it was appropriate. Single picture and a broken circle. I had a ton of fun doing that. So we're coming down to the home stretch here. Well, I'll be able to finish that this year. "50 Autumn Miniatures," my Facebook group did this book as our feature book this in September, and this was our group buddy color page that we did. And this is actually an August picture that I'm showing you. Why? Oh, no, I finished it after I had done my finished pages last month. I did it on the 31st. That's why I got into September. Right. So that was our buddy color for September in my Facebook group. And if you'd like to join, the link is down below in my description. Nice Little Town Halloween. This is one of the books that I didn't get to color in last year when I was coloring in all my Halloween books, but I did this time, and I really had a blast doing this. This is all done in Castle Art. Those are the pencils that I love using in these nice little town books, and pretty much on Amazon paper anyways. And I did some googly eyes on this little bag of herbs or whatever, and on the creature there. I just wish I'd done the creature a different color, because, well, actually what I should have done is done the background in a different color, because it matches in too close to this and it doesn't make him jump like he did before I did the background. So yeah, what it should have gone with a lighter color there. That's a paint pen. One thing of note that you may want to know is that Tatiana Bogima-Stolova, in her new books, she doesn't do the black anymore. You will be glad to hear. And this was one of my Spin the Wheel books. This is Dreamlings 2. Oh, the other one must have been Dreamlings 1. And this is the picture that I did. And this is all done in marker. And the background is paint pen. A little bit of white highlights in there, but nothing shiny. So, Dreamlings 2. I wish she would make more books, but she doesn't seem to make books anymore. Except for the kind of books that I wouldn't buy. She does the smoking books and the swear word books. Not my cup of tea. So now, what always comes at the end, I do this last because I look forward to doing it, and my Ivy and the Inky Butterfly pages. Is that the first one? Okay, so this page here I just did in various water-based markers. And a little bit of gel pen, glitter gel pen in there, if, yeah, you can see it a little bit. Then I did this. This was the page that I did using the supplies that I got from my Up Crate mystery art box for September. So I only used the supplies that they gave us, and I did this picture, which I was not looking forward to, and it ended up being a lot of fun using what they gave me. So this was done in paint pens, Kohinoor Polycolor pencils, and some Bruinzeel fine line brush pens. Then I did these two pages, and I think this is probably my favorite that I've done, both of them, because I did them in the same colors to match, and I really like that color palette. I got the color palette from the Sarah Renee Clark's color catalog, and this has a little bit of gel pen on it, if you can see. Yeah, the sword and a few other little things in there. And these two I did in the same color palette as well. I just like them to match. Now, one of the colors I used on the next page ghosted through, so we have all these little black spots, but, well, what can you do? And this was I ended up getting up to page 91 out of 120 this month, so I'm right on the ball. Actually, I've done one more than I need to do. So these are all, this is a complete gel pen page. I don't often do that, but sometimes I do that for something different in this book. And I really, really like the colors that I picked out. It was an as-you-go type thing. I didn't pick these out beforehand. So yeah, that is the end of my... I need to keep this in here so I know where I am with my numbers. And we're off to towards the end of the book here now. Not much. Hopefully I will finish before the end of December and I can do the covers. But I don't care. It doesn't matter to me if I do the covers or not. So that's it, guys. I am finished. Those were my finished pages for September. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the show. And come back next time for another set of finished pages. In the meantime, you can watch various things on my channel throughout the month. And until next time, bye!